Hello, and welcome to an episode of Drinking the Kool-Aid. This is a comedy podcast dedicated to the mysterious. My name is Cassidy.
My name's Amanda.
And welcome to 2026. It's just as bad, maybe worse here. How about you?
Well, for you, definitely.
For the world.
Well, you see, so I'm trying this new thing where I'm going to attempt to be like a more positive human being about certain things. I'm still going to be a bitch. Don't worry. I'm still going to talk shit.
I was going to say, wait, you're kind of fucking up your whole resolution, which was to be worse and to be meaner.
I'm still going to be mean to people that need it, like that deserve it. But like just in other things, like stupid, mundane things in my life, like instead of complaining, I'm just gonna be like, you know what? That's life.
Like when somebody says, yeah, this is a shareable salad.
Exactly.
And it isn't, you'll go, haha, isn't that funny? Instead of being like, this ruined my night.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do. But I'm still going to talk shit and be a bitch, especially to people that deserve it. You know what I mean? So in that sense, I'm going to be worse.
Got it.
Where was I going with this?
I don't know, because I was talking about world politics.
Right.
And that's not mundane.
No. It's not mundane. However, when I'm sitting here trying to be my positive self and like not freak out about every little thing, and you and Kate, we just started 2026, guys. We just started.
Well, it's not my fault.
I know, but you're just like telling me all these horrible things that are happening, and I'm like, I can't do this.
You have to know, because things are getting bad. They're burning the United States flag in like every country around the world right now.
I know, and I hate it, and I'm very upset.
Yeah,
and I want it to stop.
Hey, you're just lucky I didn't send you the video of how to survive a nuclear blast.
No. Well, I need to know how to survive.
Well, that's why I wanted to send it to you, but then I was afraid you were going to be mad at me for sending it to you.
I probably would have been.
Yeah.
But I also need to know now.
It might be helpful. We live by the biggest port in the United States.
Oh my God. I'm moving.
Amanda's finally decided to move into the middle of nowhere with me.
I'm moving
to go off grid.
Yeah, I'm moving to the woods. You'll never see me again.
No, in all seriousness, we know how terrible it is out there. We're not happy about it. We hope that you are as equally as angry and annoyed and scared as us, and are doing what you can locally, offline, preferably, to make a change in this country. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Anyway,
your jacket is almost the same color as your chair.
I thought you were going to say as my skin.
No, it's yellow.
Because I was like, well, my skin is very pink actually right now. I'm really flushed.
It's weirdly, because it's really cold outside, it's like kind of warm in here.
I'm kind of sweating right now.
Yeah.
Like
I
I'm a
think
little
we're
jealous.
getting ourselves too riled up.
I'm a little jealous that you're wearing a t-shirt because I chose wrong. I chose poorly.
I almost wore a big sweater as well, and then said, ooh, every time I do that, we get in front of the lights and I'm sweating halfway through.
Yeah.
So I just wore a big jacket over here because it is quite cold and rainy outside.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wore a big jacket over here and then just left it in your car because that's the next time I'll need it.
So if I look a little extra red in the face, that's none of your business.
I also riled her up.
You did.
I got her riled up.
You always do. When do you not?
That's so true.
This is what you're here for. This is what you were put on this earth for.
Honestly, that's my New Year's resolution, to rile people up more.
More?
Yeah.
You already do that.
Be a little mischievous. Rile people up.
Oh, no.
How do they stir the pot?
Oh, no.
You know? Just get a little spoon in there.
I'm scared.
Me too. It's my spoon.
I don't think the world would be ready for that.
It's my spoon. I don't know if that's so good.
I don't think it's good at all. I say I'm moving to the middle of nowhere right now.
She's already on Zillow looking up places in the middle of Montana.
And you're not going to know. I'm taking you off Find My Friends.
Bullshit. You would never. You would never.
Want to bet?
We haven't seen each other. We haven't recorded a regular episode in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And so I took so many notes about things that are going on in the world.
They better be
no,
fun
they're
and
like
positive.
They're vague, funny things.
Okay, great. Lay them on me.
Okay, what is a spicy bowl?
A spicy bowl?
Everyone keeps talking about spicy bowls online. I keep seeing videos of people eating spicy bowls, of saying, don't eat those spicy bowls. I went to the hospital, talking about spicy bowls, discussing what a spicy bowl is, what it isn't.
Okay,
and
so what is it?
I still don't really have a grasp, I don't feel.
Is it like ramen? I feel like maybe ramen.
No, it's not ramen. It's like, okay, I only could find a couple videos of people actually making them. Or I'm gonna be honest, I didn't look that hard. But like one lady I saw eating it, it was like it had like shrimp and crab and chicken in it. But she said it was garlic parmesan flavored. It just looked like cheese dip, and she was eating it with a Dorito.
Interesting.
But it was thick. It was thick, and it was in one of those, you know, those quart containers that like restaurants use to like store sauces and stuff. It was in one of those.
This feels
she
like
paid $200 for it.
What?
Yeah.
Where?
To somebody on Venmo and just got it from their house. That's another thing that I'm also a little confused about.
Oh.
It seems like people are just getting these from people's homes.
This is a scam.
It's happening.
That's crazy. $200?
And then I watched some other lady who was very nice, and she said, I'm not paying to get a spicy blood at somebody's house, and I'm not going to pay them $200. Well, they're not always $200. This lady paid extra to get ahead of the line because there's such a long line to get them. She paid like a rush order fee.
Okay, maybe we need to just buy one to figure out what they are.
I don't know if they've hit the West Coast yet.
Oh.
It seems to be like I saw like East Coast or like more Southern, and then like I saw like Midwest, like Chicago was like the big place that I was seeing them.
Okay.
But like, okay, when you just type in spicy bowl, it's like this. See what I mean? And
that looks fucking disgusting.
It has they have eggs in them sometimes.
People pay for that. Looks like that is so gross. I would not eat that.
I just don't really understand.
I put a lot of shit in my mouth, and I would not put that in my mouth.
I just don't understand where it comes from.
It's a fucking trend. It's these stupid fucking trends.
But you eat them with ruffles and stuff.
Do you remember?
It doesn't seem to have like it has
your
like,
legs are a little prickly.
Yeah, they always are. I don't
like
to
that.
shave. They always have spices and stuff in them.
Do you remember the cucumber TikTok trend?
Yes.
I feel like it's like that.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah, where people were putting all sorts of things on cucumber and shaking them up in those little bowls.
And I tried that, and I'm sorry, wasn't that good, to be honest. Maybe I put the wrong stuff in it. I don't know, but I was disappointed.
The only TikTok trend I've ever had, like food-wise, that I really liked, I've tried a couple of them just because, you know, you see enough videos and you're like, I gotta have it.
Yeah.
Gotta have it. The only one I've ever had that I actually was like, okay, this fucking slaps is the carrot salad.
Never had it.
Where this lady would shave a carrot and then basically marinate it with like either like rice wine vinegar, or I did apple cider vinegar, which was really good.
Oh, like a pickled carrot.
Add like sesame seeds and green onions and like stuff like that. So it made like a little salad. And it's supposed to be like, I don't know, it's supposed to help with, somebody said it was supposed to help your cramps or something because of something in carrots helps with your cramps. And I was like, I'll try it. That was pretty good.
That sounds good.
That's kind of what I based my salad off that you loved. That shaved zucchini and asparagus salad that I made was kind of like loosely based off of that carrot salad.
And I love that salad.
Yeah, similar flavor profiles.
Okay, the only TikTok situation that we are all doing in 2026, all of us, every single one of you listeners.
Whoa.
Ladies, men, theys, them, I don't care. We're all doing it. Get ready. Beans. We're on Bean Talk.
Amanda just found out about dense bean salads, everybody.
We're on Bean Talk. Listen.
She's a year late, but it's okay.
No, because last year when you were like, I'm going to eat more beans, you never mentioned like Bean Talk and how like people were like, oh, if you eat beans, you'll be hot. Like, I didn't know that. I thought you were just being silly. Like, you were like, I love beans.
I didn't get that from TikTok. I just genuinely love beans.
Well, now everybody loves beans.
This was not a trend to me. This is my lifestyle, Amanda.
Well, your lifestyle is a trend now.
I know. It's like how everybody started wearing fucking fanny packs, and I've been wearing them since 2012.
Well,
I was getting bullied at the club, bullied at the bar for wearing a fanny pack, and now all these bitches got like designer fanny packs.
Yeah, and you didn't have a designer one.
No, I had a JanSport that I got at the secondhand store that I got at Goodwill.
Yeah,
it smelled terrible when I got it. I'm sure there are good Goodwills. The Goodwill by us is
so bad.
So bad. Every time you walk in there, it's one half of the Goodwill is dark for some reason. And you're like, well, I can't go back there.
And I've been to nice Goodwills.
I've been to nice Goodwills, yeah.
And that, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, guys. It is the mustiest Goodwill.
And I've been to Goodwills. I've been to Goodwills in like not that great of neighborhoods or in small towns, in big cities, in fucking Beverly Hills, in Hollywood. I've been to Goodwill. It's the only bad Goodwill I think I've ever been to.
It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It should be called Badwill.
Badwill.
Because it's that bad.
we walked in there. We were looking for I wanted a dining room chair. And
you can't get that there.
No, I walked in and was like,
You cannot get you like. I remember one time you mentioned getting furniture from a Goodwill, and I had only been to the one over here for like 2 years, and I was like, they do not have furniture there. I don't know what you're talking about.
That Goodwill. It was not a Goodwill in Long Beach.
Yeah,
that
guys,
Goodwill's bad.
It's so bad. What's the place? Beacon House.
That's a great secondhand store,
which is across from Goodwill.
Yes,
so only go there.
Yeah,
don't go to Goodwill.
If you're in the area, go to Beacon House. They have great deals. They have affordable furniture. Everything is so clean and well taken care of. And it also runs as a nonprofit where they do help and do outreach to homeless people and kids in the foster system and stuff like that. So it's a really great place to go.
Yeah, love that place.
If you're in the area, I would even say it's worth a drive if you're like within 30 minutes. Beacon House is a great store.
Yeah.
You can get like a really nice vintage couch there that's clean. Clean.
They
for
have
like $200.
Incredible furniture there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The furniture I would say is better than even their clothing selection. And their clothing selection is pretty good. I went there and got a bunch of like glassware and stuff that was so pristine and so beautiful and like actually really high quality crystal and stuff at such a good price. And you can become a member and you can donate. It's just a good place. And everyone who works there is really nice.
Agreed.
So check that place out.
Not Badwill.
Not Badwill though.
Yeah. We don't
Once
go
again,
there.
not to like shit on every Goodwill because I've been to most every Goodwill I've ever been to has been great. But that one in particular is dark and scary.
No,
and smells so bad. But that is where I got my fanny pack. So
that's why your fanny pack smells.
The OG. I washed her. The OG JanSport.
It's okay, guys. I got Cassidy a new purse for Christmas.
It's so cute. Do you guys want to see it? Here, wait. Okay. Please hold.
Do 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 do.
Cow print. There will be a picture of this on the Instagram. It's a cow print Wrangler crossbody because I'm into crossbodies now. That's what I wear.
And I got this for her, and I didn't even know she was into crossbodies.
She didn't even know. I literally opened it and I said, "Oh, my new thing is crossbody bags," and she went, "Shut up! I had no idea." So
I'm gonna be honest. The reason I got it for her was because I thought it was cute.
Well, you can borrow it.
It's really cute.
I just don't have enough stuff to put in it because I'm so used to. Let's play a game of what's in my purse. Do you want to guess?
Cigarettes?
No.
Oh. I saw two things and they were blocky. So
I have a nail shaper, polisher, and buffer.
Okay.
And my wallet.
Beautiful. That's literally it.
That my mom got me. And it has like a little sad note in it.
To my daughter.
Wherever your journey in life may take you, I pray you will always be safe for the ride and enjoy the ride. Sorry, it's kind of an old. She got me this a couple of Christmases ago. And never forget your way back home. I can't promise you to be here for the rest of your life, but I promise to love you for the rest of mine. The way that I literally sobbed like a baby the first, I was like, why would you give me this? And then, I mean, like, I love it. I've literally been. It's such a nice wallet, but it is really like every time I'm at the club, like I go to the club, I'm like going to pay, and I'm like. Just a reminder, your mom's going to die one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Dark. But
Very
mom,
dark.
just so you know, I do still use this wallet. What else is in here? And then 2 different lip balms.
I was going to say, you need chapstick or something.
Yeah, I have a peppermint and then I have a cocoa butter.
Oh, I have those.
Yeah, I love the Vaseline cocoa butter. It's my fave. This is not an ad.
I have those Vaseline ones, but I have to say I love Cassidy got me like a chapstick calendar, and I like those the best.
Yeah, it's like chapstick brand.
I think the chapstick brand is the best brand. I'm gonna be honest.
I think it stays on the best, but I don't think it's the most moisturizing.
Or the EOS ones.
I do love EOS. That's what all the hot girls had when I was in high school.
Yeah, I like those.
I remember I got
those
2
little balls.
Yeah, I got 2 little balls for Christmas one year in my stocking, and I was like, I'm cool now. I'm a cool girl.
You're like, I'm one of those hot girls.
I'm a hot girl. I was not. I was a not girl. I'll tell you that much.
Same. It's okay.
Okay, what else did I write down to talk to you about? Oh, you know, why do restaurants do this where they'll have 2 giant big doors and then they keep one of them locked?
That is confusing.
Because it feels like no matter which one I reach for, I always pick the locked one first, and I have to. It's like a shame ritual to like be allowed into the restaurant.
Right. So you shouldn't. If you're too stupid to open the correct one, then you shouldn't be allowed in.
How am I supposed to know? It's literally like a riddle every single time, and it feels like most people are right-handed, and it feels like it's almost always the right door. Is there like a fire code? It feels against fire code. Because I was gonna say, is there like some sort of safety reason?
I'm assuming you did this a few times and you needed to talk about it.
Yes. And then I finally did it one final time. I was going to meet up with a group of friends, and it was just me walking in alone, and I pull the wrong door, and it's like a brewery, so everybody, with all windows, everyone can see me.
Embarrassing.
And then I pull the right door, and I'm like, wow, that was, well, technically the left door. And I was like, wow, why would they do that to me? Why would they not just have both doors unlocked? What's the point of this?
Do not have the answer to that question.
It's I thought you might know because you've worked in restaurants more than me.
Both of the doors in my restaurant are always unlocked, so I don't know why sometimes one is locked.
No shame ritual to get in there.
No, they want everyone to come in there.
But you've experienced it.
Yeah, I've
bars, restaurants.
I've opened the locked door before, or I've tried to open the locked door before.
Why do they do that?
To embarrass us.
That's so rude. And then they're like, now they're going to drink more because they're embarrassed.
Or they're like, we don't want anyone else to come in, so we're gonna, if we can pretend that one's locked, maybe they won't try the other one.
It was the middle of the day.
Well, you never know.
It was like 11 a.m. on a Sunday.
Oh, well.
And I walked in. I was meeting up with Liz and Kyle and one of our other friends. And I walked in and I literally go, why do they lock one of these fucking doors? And Liz goes, yeah, Kyle grabbed the wrong door too.
Well, at least you're not the only one that embarrassed yourself.
No, everybody, I would say it would at least be 75% of people are right-handed. You're going to reach for the right-handed door.
You're not wrong.
We got to figure this out.
You need to take that up with big restaurant.
with big door.
Yeah.
Big right-handed door. We got to figure this out, people. We got to start working on some things.
Mr. Door,
get him on the horn.
We have some words for you.
Get him through the doors.
Get him through the doors.
Yeah, most of that. And then also I just watch a lot of videos of different animals being put to sleep for medical examinations, like their teeth getting done and stuff. Like they'll knock them out and then they look so funny.
Okay. You were worrying me for a second.
No, not like put to death.
Okay. I was like, why are we talking about that?
Like under anesthesia.
I feel like I couldn't watch that though. It'd make me sad.
No, it's so funny. Like when they have horses, like their tongues always just like flop out of their mouth and they're just like,
I love horses.
It's so funny. Or like especially seals and sea lions. Hilarious.
Oh, I should watch that.
Yeah, no, it's very funny. Or when you slowly watch them get under anesthesia, like especially if it's like a really feisty cat or something, and it's like fighting, and it's like fighting like it's in slow motion, like it's underwater, and then it's like it falls asleep. It's very funny.
So that's what you've been up to.
That's what I've been up to.
For
what
the
have
last
you been up to?
2 weeks.
What have you been up to?
Well,
if anyone wants to know the insane horrors of my New Year and Christmas, just go to the Things Are Getting Weird episode and you'll that recap is over there if you're wondering.
So if you want to know,
because we're all about positivity over here.
Exactly. The Wednesday episodes are meant for positivity. The Monday episodes, we get a little
Monday. I'm telling you the truth of the matter.
Yeah. So go listen to that if you want to hear that. No, okay, so on New Year's Eve, most of my family's on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So at I don't even know what time it was, like 9:45 our time. So it was like 1:45. Am I doing the math right there?
12:45.
12:45 in California or in New York.
Mm-hmm.
My cousin Jen texts me and she's like, Happy New Year. And I was like, oh, she's awake. And me and my husband were just sitting on the couch. So I FaceTimed her. And it's just my cousin Jen, her daughter Julia, and my little cousin Cassie, and they're both like 15. And Julia had written on my Instagram post that day, "You're so tough, TUFF."
Okay,
but I didn't know what that meant, so I just ignored it. And they were like, "Oh, did you see what Julia wrote on your Instagram?" And I was like, "Yeah, I didn't understand what that meant." And they were like, "Tough, like TUFF." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't know what that means. I'm not 15."
Yeah.
Do you want to know what it means?
Something good, I guess.
That I'm super cool.
Yeah, I guess it's just the same as regular tough, right?
I was like
tough, like you would say, like, oh, that's tough. You never said that growing up?
Well, yeah,
but we spelled it the regular way.
We spelled it the regular way, so I just figured
all
it was
these kids are illiterate. Respect here.
No, they are. But I was like, oh my God, I'm cool with the Gen Z or
You're
the Gen. Are they even Gen Z? Or
they're probably Gen A, Gen Alpha.
Gen A, yeah. I was like,
I guess they don't call it Gen A. I think they just call it Gen Alpha, right? I don't know. When are the cutoffs?
Girl, I could not tell you.
All I know is like poor Gen Z is getting millennialified, and I guess I don't know if they do this every time or it's just because now the internet. but like people will be like, oh, that's so Gen Z about like something an 8-year-old did. And it's like Gen Z are like in college now.
Yeah, they are.
They're literally like in the workforce.
That's true.
Like Gen Z, there's like 25-year-old Gen Zers.
Yeah.
So let's
They're
reevaluate
at
that.
Gen Z is at the bar.
We probably got
They're at the bar that you're at when you're crying over your wallet.
Yeah.
They're there.
They're going, what the fuck's going on there?
Yeah.
They don't understand life and death yet.
Exactly.
But I'm 30, so I do.
They're just having fun.
Yeah. They're in cute little skirts and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I'm in a giant shirt and bike shorts crying over my wallet.
Exactly.
But no, someone right now, as we record this, is probably getting pregnant with Gen B.
Oh my God. Gen B?
I don't know what they'll be called. Gen Beta. We might not even get there.
Anyway, I'm cool to the 15-year-old.
She's tough.
And that made me feel really good about myself, I'm going to be honest, because 15-year-olds are mean.
I'm scared of them.
So if I could be cool to some of them, that's a good time. So that's what I think. Maybe that's why I'm so positive, because that's the energy I brought into 2026.
You're tough. You're tough energy.
I was like, I'm so cool.
You're TUFF.
Yeah.
Tough.
Yeah.
Energy. Get it tattooed.
I will.
Get it tattooed on you.
I literally will.
Like, don't even.
Like,
it'll happen tomorrow.
Literally go right now. And I will.
Please pause. We come back and you're tatted up.
My neck, TUFF.
TUFF. And they're like, she deletes the comment.
She's like, not
like,
anymore.
That's not that cool, actually. That kind of really fucking sucked. That was weird.
But yeah, that's really all.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you. I really feel like that's just great for me.
That is.
I needed it,
good.
you know?
Yeah.
Other than that, nothing much.
Nothing much, really.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer went to sleep. Now it's awake again.
It went to sleep because we were yapping.
That we be doing that.
And your computer said, I don't want to hear this.
No, quite literally.
Yeah.
Well, I know some people who are pretty tough. How about that?
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
So let's welcome some of our new patrons.
Okay.
All right. So welcome to Hannah P.
Hi, Hannah.
Welcome to Taya.
Hi, Taya.
Welcome to Emma.
Oh.
I meant Emma L.
Hi, Emma.
Just combining things over here. Welcome to D.
Hi, D.
Welcome to Adriana.
Hello, Adriana.
And welcome to Sabina B.
Hi, Sabina.
Thank you guys so much for joining our Patreon. Welcome to the new year. And we hope you guys are going to really enjoy a lot of the new fun stuff that we have coming up. We have bonus episodes. We do a shot of Kool-Aid. We do vlogs. We do ghost hunting. We're actually going to be doing more and more of like bonus stuff from other TikTokers and like people that we have, like guests that we have on the show, that we're going to have like bonus content from that on Patreon as well coming up. We just started doing that. We did one with Andy Tate, and we're going to be having one again the end of this month.
Yes.
The end of this month with a really cool person who a lot of you have already been like figured out who it is. You guys are sleuths.
Well, I did post something
did you?
On my Instagram.
I guess I did post something on my Twitter too.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with our guests and doing a lot of stuff. So hopefully you guys are enjoying that. Hopefully you enjoyed our shot of Kool-Aid in December, and also Amanda's very spooky little holiday themed creepypasta.
Okay. Also, let me just talk about that really quick now that you brought it up.
What?
I
thought we were being positive.
No, we are. This is positive.
Oh, okay.
Well, okay. I'm going to make it positive. I was just bored one day and I was like, oh, look at this little creepypasta about a Christmas bear. I didn't read it beforehand before I started recording it.
Bold.
I know. And listen, guys, I understand that a lot of people are like, where was the resolution in this story? I don't know. I didn't write it. Okay. But we went with it.
She didn't write it or read it.
We went with it and I posted it. So,
that's right. Because guess what? We follow through.
Exactly.
We follow through on our weird decisions.
Exactly. I literally did not read it until I was recording.
I love that for you.
And then when I was done with it, I went, that was kind of weird.
That was kind of weird.
But I was in too deep.
Yeah, no, I know that. And you're like, well, I already read all this other stuff.
Yeah.
I just have to let it roll.
Already recorded it.
Yeah.
I might as well just post it.
Let it roll.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
there you go.
If you want more of that, join Patreon.
We also have like 2 requests for documentaries people want us to cover this year.
Yes.
So if you have any requests or any documentaries you would like us to cover, make sure you drop that in the Patreon and all of that good stuff. And we'll be doing more of those leading up to the next couple months.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining our Patreon. You're one of the big reasons we get to keep doing this podcast. And we just totally dig you.
Should we do more live streams?
I want to do more live stuff. I just feel like so much of our audience, especially on Patreon, is like international, that people are always like,
that's true.
So here's the thing. We need to know like a time that works out. Like, does it need to be like in the middle of the day on a Saturday? So that, like, people from the East Coast and people from Australia, because we had a bunch of people who live in like Australia and the UK and stuff who are like, oh, it's literally like 1 a.m. for me.
Yeah. It might need to be.
So I think we just need to figure out a better time to do it.
Yeah.
Since we have a lot of international listeners.
We'll figure it out, guys.
We'll figure it out. But yeah, we love doing lives. And hey, maybe we'll do like something on Instagram today, the day this comes out. We'll do a little poll on our Instagram to see like what kind of content you guys want to see from us this year. Not even just on Patreon, from like us on Instagram or like going live. So you can let us know. Would you like us to go live more often on Instagram and have little cocktail hours? Would you like to see more vlog content on the Instagram? Like whatever you want to see. So we'll do a little poll on Instagram today. So if you're listening to this on Wednesday, go to our Instagram right now and it'll be there.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Gorgeous, even, you could say.
Well, that being said, it's time for birthday shout outs.
Oh, your favorite time of the year. AKA the time of the week.
Of the week. Of the day. So I do have a belated one that I literally just saw today in my DMs from JD.
Okay. We love JD.
The JD.
Yeah.
And it was his birthday.
The one and only.
At the end of December.
That's right. Our Capricorn King.
We love you, JD.
We love you, JD. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you for everything you do. He's like
literally
an OG. He listened to episode 1 the day it came out.
Oh my, really?
Yeah. Because he already was like reading my writing and stuff on Twitter. That's how he found out about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thanks for sticking with us too.
Thanks, JD. You're the best.
I also have a birthday coming up next week or in a couple days for another pretty OG listener, Catriona.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, who has sent us a lot of goodies. They're in Scotland, right?
Yes.
I believe so, yeah.
And Catriona, you are doing amazing. Catriona went through a lot of changes in the last couple of years and like a lot of ups and downs, and now just thriving. And
exactly.
I follow Catriona on Instagram and I just love seeing it. Just makes me happy. I literally sent them a message the other day and was like, just makes me so happy to see you so happy and like doing so well. And like, you're just literally the epitome of, oh, I had to make like a decision about my life, like where I'm going with my life. And it just like paid off. Doing the dangerous thing paid off so well.
Yes, absolutely.
And so proud of you. That's amazing.
Yes. And so happy birthday.
Happy birthday. Another year of success awaits you.
And kind of on that note, my cousin, Olivia, who is a listener.
Hello, Olivia.
I love you. Has also been just kind of having a rough time lately. And she told my mom that listening to our podcast every week just like brightens her day.
Oh, I'm so happy.
I just wanted to say, Olivia, I love you. And I know 2026 is going to be your year.
Totally.
And things are going to go amazingly for you.
Yeah. It's also my little brother's birthday.
Oh my gosh, it was Jack's birthday.
Or this week.
I literally saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. So happy birthday, Jack.
Wow.
That's amazing.
That is amazing.
And he listens too. So shout out.
Shout out.
CJ, sorry.
Oh,
he
CJ.
likes to go by CJ now.
Oh, sorry. When I met you,
I said Jack first.
You were like 5 years old and I called you Jack.
You were like maybe
3.
5.
Yeah. So sorry, CJ.
Yes. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Big 1-8.
Oh my God.
I know.
That's crazy.
I know. He's legal to vote. Isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Next thing you know, he's going to be renting a car.
Scary. The road is scary.
Oh, you know how I feel about driving.
Yeah. Listen to Monday's episode.
Okay.
Wow.
So my story today.
Okay.
I have a guy.
You have a guy?
I have a guy.
Wow.
It's a guy.
Okay.
His name is Dennis Nikrasch.
Dennis Nikrasch.
Yes.
Okay.
And I'm going to preface this story with this is a very mysterious guy. I looked at so many, you're about to hear all of them. I looked at so many different like reports and like actual court minutes and stuff like that to try and learn more about him. But he's very mysterious. I found out about him on like a random weird docuseries on Tubi that my fiance was watching.
Okay, interesting.
So let's hear a little bit about Dennis Nikrasch.
I'm ready.
First of all, I watched a show called Masterminds. I read a Wired article by Vince Beiser. I watched an episode of Cheating Vegas on Destination America. I read many, many federal appellate court minutes, which are basically the transcription of what happens in federal appellate court. And then an article by Kevin Roberts on gamblingsites.com. And of course, Wikipedia.
He's a gambling man.
Yes. So there are many things in, I'm just going to warn you, because almost every single documentary or episode I watched or article I read said something like a little bit different.
Okay.
So if you're one of those people who like goes and is like, I'm going to watch all this stuff, you'll understand. But if you only watch one of them, you'll be like, that's not what Cassidy said. Yeah, it's because I'm just trying my best to
piece it all together
and piece all this all together for this mysterious man.
I can't wait.
Okay. This is actually requested by my fiance, by the way. So.
Oh,
Hi, Andrew.
Well, thank you, Andrew.
So Dennis Nikrasch was born on September 12th, 1941 in the Chicagoland area of Illinois, United States, Earth. And growing up, everyone knew him as a very smart kid. He was the type of kid that would like take something apart and put it back together just for the hell of it. And everyone knew that he could problem solve really well. And that's kind of the reputation that he grew, even after he dropped out of school in his early teens.
Okay.
So he either dropped out in 8th grade or in freshman year, depending on who you ask. But he quickly found work as a very skilled locksmith.
Okay, so is he going to be breaking into some shit?
Maybe. Not long after taking up the trade, Dennis realized that he could basically pick any lock anybody put in front of him. There was nothing that anyone put in front of him that he could not pick, which is a pretty intense skill. And after some major players in the Genovese crime family heard about this, maybe you've heard of them.
I have.
They're one of the 5 major crime families, mob families in New York and Chicago. After they heard about this, they were like, we got this up and coming teen lockpick. I'm sure it probably didn't hurt that he's a minor. So if he got caught, maybe he wouldn't get as much trouble. They decided to hire him to help with some home robberies in exchange for protection.
Like he's going to be protected?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, the thing I don't really like about mobsters, I mean, there's like many things I don't like about mobsters, but the main thing is that they will give you an ultimatum like, oh, we want to hire you to do this. And if you don't do it, we're going to kill you.
So it wasn't protection from them. It was protection in the way of like, because Dennis was already doing some shady stuff and robbing people. And they were like, we'll have your back. Okay. Like no one's going to want to touch you. No one's going to want to call the cops on you.
Okay.
That type of thing.
I was thinking they were like, if you don't work with us, you're gonna go.
No, basically they were like, hey, if you work with us, we'll have your back because like we know you're doing like some petty crime and stealing cars and that type of stuff.
What's the term that they say? You're gonna swim with the fishes?
Swim with the fishes.
Yeah.
So he allegedly made a whole lot of money at a very young age doing these private robberies and also working for the famous crime family. And once he had this name behind him, he figures he can basically do whatever he wants. Nobody really wanted to step to him or tell him what to do. And as long as he went to help whenever they called, he really could do almost anything he wanted. He started stealing cars and committing home robberies in the very wealthy suburbs of Chicago. And some of these people would literally be clients of his. Like they would hire him because they lost the key to their safe or they bought a new safe and they needed it opened, whatever. And then he'd be like, that shit was so easy. And he would just come in and he was so fast that he would get it done in like 3 minutes before the cops could even come if he even got caught.
Wow.
Yeah. So he rode this high until he was 20 years old when he finally got nabbed.
And he's not a minor anymore.
No. So him and 2 of his buddies were in the process of taking a stolen car over state lines. Not good. And during the investigation, the clerk at the gas station actually told the cops that one of the 3 men who had come in had said, hey, do you know about any laundromats that are open in the area? And, that seems, pretty
Harmless. Yeah.
random. But it turns out that they were currently investigating a string of laundromat robberies that had been committed by 3 young men.
Eek.
And so they basically immediately were like, oh, not only do you have possession of a stolen car and trying to cross over state lines, but you also are going to get robbery charges for these laundromats. So he got 3 years for the car and then also got hit with another 7 years for the laundromat robberies.
Damn.
10 years in total. Yeah.
That's your whole 20s, Dennis.
Yeah. So I did see conflicting reports on if he served the full 10 years or not. Like one of the documentaries I watched said that he only served 1 year, but then everything else I saw said he served between 7 and 10 years. So
Okay.
I'm going to go that it's more likely that he served 7 or even the full 10.
Why don't we just split the difference? 5.
Yeah. So at least he spent the better part of his 20s in prison.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Of course.
Is he hot?
He's not hot, but he's not ugly. He looks kind of, I don't know if this is offensive.
Oh, no.
Picture what you just like imagine like some white lockpick guy looks like. And he looks exactly like that.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have like a thought in your mind?
I'm trying to figure that out here. I'm picturing like a mustache.
Sometimes.
Sometimes he has a mustache?
Like a beard. So obviously he's older in all of these pictures, but like I don't know, he just looks like a lockpick to me.
Oh, like a lock. Yeah, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, or a locksmith.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not an ugly guy. That's him when he's old?
Yeah.
Honestly, still a pretty handsome
Yeah,
older man.
He's got a full head of hair.
Yeah.
Listen, he kept his hair.
Yeah, he did.
I'm just saying, it's more than most of you bitches can do.
So real.
So after he finished his stint in prison, now it's the 70s.
Ooh,
and
groovy, baby.
Nothing screamed a fresh start like the city of dreams, Las Vegas.
Yes.
So he, in the clothes that he went in on and a couple bucks in his back pocket, Dennis headed out west, straight to the desert. And obviously when he reaches Las Vegas, he's like, well, I'm just going to gamble.
Fuck yeah.
And I'm going to make some money. And the first thing he does is he sits down at a slot machine, he puts some money in, and he loses it.
Because slot machines are scams.
Girl, don't get me started because I've won so much more money on slot machines.
I don't care. That is insane to me. That's insane. Every single time I've ever played a slot machine, I lose my money in 3 seconds. 3 seconds it takes me to lose my money. They are scammers. I do not trust slot machines. Thank you.
I agree with you, but I have a system and it has never failed me.
How do you can't have a system. You just press a button.
I just do.
No,
then why
you're
do
just
I always win?
Because you're just lucky somehow. That's it. That's as simple as that. There's no system to slot machines.
Last time I went to Vegas, I won like $1,200 on slot machines.
I hate it.
It's all rigged. It's rigged.
It's rigged. I hate the slots.
Okay. I love slots, unfortunately, but I think that's just because I'm like a big iPad baby. I'm like, I like all the flashing lights and the sounds.
Not me.
So he goes there and he's like, well, what the fuck? These things are hard to win. Imagine that.
I just said.
Yeah. But being the brilliant locksmith that he is, he's taking a look at this thing and he's going, this is just a machine. I could pick this.
See, now we're thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, I'm looking at it. It's a metal machine. And this is the 70s, right? So like now we have like the big like Willy Wonka bullshit ones.
Mm-hmm.
He was like, it's just a machine. I guarantee you those reels are weighted and the weights move around every time you spin them. And then that's what selects where it gets hit. I bet I could trick my way into this.
Are the old school ones the ones with the little lever on the
Yes.
side? That's the ones I like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So without even like having real access to like unfettered access, there was one thing that I saw that said that he did have a friend who owned like an old school slot like at their house, but obviously not like a casino grade one. He was like, oh, if I get this little thing called a slider, I can literally slide it in between the pieces of metal and trigger the winning mechanism. So even if it spins and I don't hit the bonus, it'll pay me out like I hit the bonus.
Okay.
And this is also the 70s where they just had security guards roaming around.
I was going to say, there ain't no cameras.
Yes. Which we'll get into that later.
Okay.
It's actually very fun. Okay. So he figures this out and he starts going around and this is fucking working. He's like, he would like go and scope casinos and he would see what casinos had machines in areas where he would see the security didn't go by that often. And he would like figure out which casinos he would win kind of in a way where he would spread it out amongst casinos over the year. So nobody would be suspicious that he was winning larger amounts. But I don't think he was winning huge like multi-million-dollar bonuses or anything. It's also the 70s, so I don't think they had those. But he wasn't like going crazy. He would just like trigger the win mechanism like over and over again with his little slider thing. And then once they switched over to a different mechanism, he actually figured out that he like made a key that would fit into basically a skeleton key that fit into like basically any slot. And he figured out he would have 5 seconds where he could stick his hand in and do the reels to line them up and then close it. And then it would pay him out the bonus.
Wow. He's quick.
He's very quick. This guy's a fucking genius. Like, just wait. It's insane. So he was manually hacking old school slot machines to pay out. Incredible. So he runs this scam for years between the slider and sticking his hand in and like rotating everything. How much money exactly he won is up for debate, but it's somewhere around $10+ million.
Oh my God.
Yeah. But in that time, he had gotten some eyes on him, some good, some bad. And this is something that I didn't see mentioned in any of the documentaries about him, but I did read in some articles that were released at the time of his arrest and also about his court hearings at the time that he got hooked up with a pair called Don Davis and Joanne Weiss, who would cover for him and keep lookout while he did his thing. So they actually had a group of like multiple people, like hackers basically, who knew how to do this. So they were the major defendants and he was just also indicted in that lawsuit. He ends up striking a deal with the prosecuting attorney. And in 1983, he is arrested along with 9 other people for robbery, obviously. And because he struck a deal in 1986, he is sentenced to only 5 years in prison, and he does 5 years.
Okay.
So when he is released again in 1991, for a minute, he tries to have like a real 9-to-5 job. And he fucking hates it. He's like, this sucks. I hate it here.
It does suck.
So I'm going to go back to the casino and check. Just take a look. I'm just going to look around.
I mean, it's not like they have wanted posters all around the casino for him.
Guys, I'm just going to take a quick little lope. But this time he's very confused by what he sees.
Uh-oh.
So during the 5 years that he was away, all of the classic machines have been replaced with computerized slots. So even like basically all of them run on a microchip now, right? So even like the slots that do have the handle, there's still a button you can push that's computerized.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I hate it.
I hate it. So he's like, oh my gosh, I don't know anything about computers. And he was a master of lock picking and locksmithing, but he was like, I don't even know where to start with this.
Well, you better figure it out, Denny.
So that's what Dennis does. He reaches out to one of his old buddies from Chicago, if you know what I mean. Quote, wink, wink.
Mobsters.
From the certain crime family.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets hooked up with a Mr. Eugene Bulgarino.
Ooh.
Who was allegedly very smart when it came to technology.
Good.
So at the time, it was actually legal to own 2 slot machines for personal use at your house in Nevada. And since Bulgarino had no past, this was another part where I saw conflicting reports. Either Bulgarino had no past conviction, so he was allowed to buy them, or he had a guy who had no past convictions who bought them for them.
Okay.
But either way, they ended up with 2 slot machines that were the more modern slot machines, at least for 1991.
I didn't expect 1991 to be when it changed over to like computer stuff.
Yeah, they also had security cameras all over everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
So he gets to take a little look-see-loo into the inside of the machine and how it functions. And Dennis actually spends the next 3 months taking apart and putting back together this machine. He also figures out what components control what parts of the game. And he narrows it down to one singular microchip that's inside of the main part of the machine. That is the microchip that decides when a giant payout gets randomly selected.
Okay. Because that's the thing. That's the thing with the computer slots. I think it's just fucking random.
I mean, it's supposed to be random.
Yeah, I hate it. Sorry, I'm really mad
She
about
just hates
it.
slots. I think.
hate it so much.
I'm gonna get you a shirt that says "I hate slots," and people are gonna have to double take it all the time.
I'm gonna wear it in Vegas at your wedding. So,
but so he actually works. He figures out how to program computer chips because he's so fucking smart. Like, isn't that insane?
no, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Like, why can't I
Like,
be that
what
smart?
do you mean you like didn't go to school for any of this stuff and you're just like, yeah, I just like figured out how to program computer chips?
What do you mean you dropped out of school in 8th or 9th grade and
Yeah.
I went to school for so long and don't know anything?
Couldn't even in my wildest dreams.
Like, what do you mean?
So he learns how to replicate the computer chips that go inside of these machines that guarantee that when he puts them in, the next poll will be a jackpot win. The problem was he needed to be able to slip these into the machine and then also have them not be caught. So obviously, if they come every time anybody wins a jackpot, they go and they check the machine to make sure there was no malfunction because they're looking for any reason not to pay you, right? So
and also now they know about fucking locksmith Larry over here, and they're like, we got to make sure that no one's fucking with this shit.
Yeah. So he also codes this microchip to wipe itself clean of his malware that he put on it after the jackpot pays out. So it looks just like the normal microchips.
I'm sorry, but if you're that smart, you deserve the money.
That's what I'm saying. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. And like, who's he scamming?
Big
Billionaires.
Vegas? Yeah,
maybe,
the
in my
slot
opinion.
machine scam me, so we should be scamming them.
Yeah. ABS. Always be scamming. So he figures out how to do this and he tests it. He actually set up in his or one of his friends, once again, competing storylines happening here, of basically a Vegas slot machine area. And he set up the cameras and the slots to see like what angle, which slot machine's the best to sit at, all this stuff. And that's when he knew that he could not make this a solo mission. So he decided to kind of replicate the team that he had worked with before, I'm assuming, because it's very similar in the size. And he hired 10 people to serve as both lookouts and distractions.
Okay.
So he would have all these people enter the casinos at different times of the day. Some would be in there for 12 hours gambling. Some would be in there for 30 minutes. Some would be staying at the hotel. So none of these people looked like they were together. None of them had criminal records. And most of them were from Arizona and California.
I would like to be a distraction.
You'd be good at that.
I think I would.
Yeah. So he gets all of these people together and he starts practicing in this fake showroom, right, that he has, or the gambling floor.
I love that.
And so what they practiced, what he would slip in, he would have somebody like post up next to it, basically to block the camera so they wouldn't see him open the machine, put the microchip in, close it, and then he would leave. And so they worked on this for months and months and months, trying to figure out like the perfect way to do this. And they finally basically figured it out. And then obviously the lookouts would be on the lookout to see if there was like a floor manager or a supervisor or security like coming their way. And they would all just like play it cool and pretend like they're watching somebody play slots. Because obviously, basically anytime I'm playing slots, one of my friends or whoever I'm in, my fiance, somebody's standing behind me and
Yeah.
like, woo! Like
I've done that 100 times.
Yeah, I'm usually not just playing slots alone. Like you have
Yeah.
somebody sitting next to you or standing next to you. And so they would have them like stand in a certain way that would block so you couldn't see him like slipping his hand in, basically. So starting in 1996, he starts small. The first win that they ever had was $300,000.
Small.
Then $100,000. Then on 4th of July, 1997, they do their first big jackpot at the Harrah's Casino for $3.7 million.
They jumped.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And okay, so he can, when he's doing the coding, he can choose how much he's going to win?
I think they would go to different machines that had different payouts.
Okay.
You know how like you can go to one machine and it'll be like, the bonus is 30,000, or you could go to like one machine and it's like 500 million. I think
Okay.
it just like depends on the machine. But he basically looked into the manufacturer of the machine and made it so that the chip would work on basically any of this specific type of machine.
Okay.
So the team continued to win and win. Bonuses, jackpots, all sorts of things, because basically the next poll would be a winner. And for 2 years, they won over $16 million.
Wow.
Yeah. The execution was flawless. The casinos were none the wiser until you can't trust everybody.
See, I was thinking that crossed my mind.
And Dennis kind of fucked up on this one. See, some of the people on the team had issues with how much money Dennis was demanding.
Well, he is the leader of this organization.
While he was the mastermind, he would take about 70% of the winnings every time. And then the people he hired had to fight amongst the rest of it. And sometimes he would bring people in like his ex-wife or like his cousin's wife from wherever, and he would give them more money than like the other people. And so, you know, a lot of people just thought it was kind of unfair that Dennis wasn't even in the casino when the jackpot would hit, because they would literally wait for him to be gone. But then Dennis is going, well, I'm the one who spent months making this technology, got these camera setups and all this stuff. Like, you guys would be making nothing if it wasn't for me.
I mean, I do agree with him.
Yeah.
I don't, maybe not 70, but I do think he deserves a big percentage.
Yeah, I would say he obviously should get the bigger percentage than anybody else.
What do you think would be fair?
I would say like 50%.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And then 50% split between everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like some of these people, because he would also try to like switch out who he was using so it wasn't the same people every time, because obviously that's suspicious. But so some of these people would only get like $500 for a pop, like if it was like a smaller bonus.
Ooh, yeah.
And so it's like, hello, that's not great. And
especially if you're the one sitting in the casino for 12 hours, I'd be like, $500.
Yeah, totally. And like, it's so funny because now like the facial recognition technology is so good. Like I'm like a pretty regular gambler. I don't go to Vegas as much as I used to. But when I used to go to Vegas a lot, I guarantee you I would walk through the door and there would be some computer somewhere that would be like, Cassidy Liston plays Pai Gow. If she's day drinking, it's a Corona Light. If she's drinking at night, it's, you know what I mean? It's either a whiskey soda or a vodka soda. Like, you know, there's some like,
oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. So some people, like I said, on the team were having issues. Some people quit working for him, and some people just were, you know, kind of like, hey, we get what we get. It's one day of work for this and it's untaxed money. Like, just take it where you can get it. But this did end up with a team member asking for a larger cut of money because they were getting in trouble with the law. And Dennis just outright refused. He was like, no further discussion. I'm not going to give you any money. And so when she was interviewed by the FBI down in Arizona for something she got in trouble for, she was like, hey, how about you guys don't put me in jail and I give you the name of the biggest hacker in Vegas?
There you go.
And his name is Dennis.
Oh.
So the second she dropped Dennis's name, immediately it started an FBI investigation to take him down because he, like I said, he was a well-known criminal at this point.
I'm sorry he's just so good at it.
Well, that was another problem. The FBI started investigating him and he was just too good.
Once again, I just say at this point, the FBI should be like, do you want to work for us?
Genuinely.
Like, hello.
So they analyzed hours and hours of the footage and they could pinpoint him in the area, but they couldn't find a single definitive piece of video of him showing actually tampering with any of the machines.
Because he's not there.
And none of the, well, just because, and also they did so good, like
they were blocking
and doing all this stuff. Yeah. The people who made the slot machines actually said that there was no way that what she was claiming was even true because they were looking at all of the machines that were winners that she was claiming were fake winners. And there was no evidence and no trail that there was any tampering.
Because he had the microchip that wiped it all.
Yeah. So they had no way to get this guy. He was just too good. And then finally, they decide they have to wiretap his phones. So they get a warrant to wiretap his phone.
How do you do that?
What do you mean?
Like, you can do that through just
the phone lines?
The phone lines?
Yes.
Okay.
So he wiretaps Dennis's phone, and the FBI, he
just
being
the singular,
man.
Singular FBI.
They wiretap Dennis's phone, and they can't find any evidence of him talking about anything on there. Like, he's so smart. He knows he's probably wiretapped, right? But he does set up a meeting with one of his crime family friends. And that that him talking to another known crime family member actually does give them enough for a warrant to wiretap his house.
Ooh.
And that's where they get him. When they have that meeting that night, they talk about the details of the chips and how much money they think that they've made, some people that are involved. And sure enough, that night, the FBI raid his house and arrest Dennis.
You almost got there, Dennis.
You almost got there. So Dennis is arrested along with just 2 other people that he worked with, which one of them was the mob guy I was talking before, and another one I think was like his ex-wife or his friend's ex-wife or whatever. But they were arrested, but he said he didn't know the names of anybody else who ever worked for him. He never even asked them. He just paid them in cash and they left. So nobody else got arrested.
Okay, he's not a snitch.
Not a snitch. But he did say that he did tell the casinos that if they petitioned for him to have a good plea deal, that he would tell them exactly how he did what he did so that they could prevent it from ever happening again. And due to that plea deal, he actually only got 7.5 years.
Not bad.
Not bad. But the problem is, the second he got to prison, he told the casinos, quote, "I'm not telling you anything. Never smarten up a chump."
Listen, he knows how to get under their skin.
Yes, he does. So he serves his 7.5 years. He gets out. He lives a few more years. He does end up dying from some unknown medical issue a couple years later.
Oh, like kind of young?
I think he was in his 60s.
Maybe it was from all the smoke inhalation in the casinos.
He was 69.
Oh.
He died in 2010. Yeah, so he got released from prison in 2004 and he died in 2010 from unknown causes at the age of 69. Yeah, it could have been from anything. You know, who knows how he was spending that money. It could have been on anything.
Dang.
Could have been on burgers, could have been on drugs. It could have just been, 69, yes, is young, but it's also like not crazy young to die of like natural causes.
It's not crazy young, but it's fairly young, I feel like.
I mean,
at least these days.
Yeah. So, people have heart attacks in like their 40s.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Which is young.
But like I said, there's like so much not known about him that there's just a lot of stuff that people don't even know. But yeah, so to the very end, he never revealed his secrets of what he coded into those chips, what he did, how he did it. And so the secrets of his scammery went to the grave with him.
Good.
Isn't that crazy?
I love that for him.
Yeah. So that is the story of Dennis Nikrasch or Nikrasch. And he was the biggest Vegas scammer of almost all time.
Wow.
And he basically got away with it because he always had so much money and he just kept coming back and doing it and doing it and doing it.
And he like barely served any time.
Considering his, like adding it all up, it's like 20 years or whatever, a little over 20 years, considering that he lived till 70 and he was basically committing crimes from the age of 13 on. That's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Like the longest span he ever spent was around, we're going to guess 7 to 10 years. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say it wasn't 20 consecutive years even.
Yeah.
So.
And it seemed like he just like got out and was like, all right, time to roll again.
He was like, I literally don't give a fuck.
Frankly, iconic.
Yeah.
And it's so funny when you watch these documentaries about him. It's like, sometimes the bad guy wins. And they're talking about him. And I'm like, he's kind of awesome, actually. I'm sorry. Don't be mad at me.
Here's the thing. He didn't hurt anyone.
It's like robbing a Bank of America and getting away with it.
Yeah, like he's robbing Vegas.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, but if he's that fucking smart and smart enough to get away with it, and the FBI can't figure out how he's doing it, I think he earned it.
I think he earned it a little bit. Yeah. He's working harder than most gamblers.
And I don't care. I don't care if you guys are mad. That's great. Like, come on.
Cancel me.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I agree.
We're not smart enough to do that.
Hell no.
But he is. He was.
Hell no.
So, Godspeed, Dennis.
Godspeed, you slot picker.
I mean, I hate slots.
I heart slots.
But I love you.
See, I'll get one that says I heart slots and you'll have one that says I hate slots. That's cute.
That is cute.
That's cute. Yeah.
I will literally wear it. I'll put that over my bridesmaid's dress when we go out.
When we go and play slots after.
Yeah.
You'll be my blocker.
I'm going to play slots and I'm going to show you how fucking stupid it is.
Okay. I support you and I believe you.
And you're going to see how I lose. And I can lose I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Now, whenever I decide to play slots, I put $20 in because I'm like, this is fucking stupid. I know I'm gonna lose it.
See, that's your issue. You have to start with 100.
Let me tell you something. I did put $100 in the last time I played a slot, and I lost it in literally 15 seconds.
What are you betting?
I don't know. I don't understand how to play them. And then I cried because that's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, well, I'm just gonna get drunk and not do this again.
See, I mean, that is why I play Pai Gow, because you can sit down with $100 at Pai Gow and play for like 4 hours.
That's what I do with blackjack.
Blackjack, I feel like I lose my money. I lose my money faster at blackjack than I do at slots.
No, I can play blackjack for hours.
I cannot. On $100, I cannot.
I can.
That's
because
crazy.
I bet them in.
Well, yeah.
Minimum.
I bet them in on Pai Gow too.
Well, I need to learn how to play Pai Gow.
It's so easy.
You need to teach me.
So easy. Well, I'll teach you.
Because I'm not doing slots. I hate slots.
That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Cheers. Happy Vegas.
Happy Vegas. Okay.
We're back.
We're back. Had a little incident where I almost ripped Cassidy's nose ring out of her nose. But we're here.
She literally said to me, "You have something on your face." And I feel like just grab my nose ring and yank it. And I was like, ow.
It was flipped in a way that I thought it was just like a black line. So I was like, what is that? Didn't even consider it was her nose ring. That was my bad. So sorry about that.
Sorry, guys.
Anyway, so we are here. We're back. And it's my first story of 2026 now. And today I am going to give you murder.
Oh.
And so much family drama.
Oh boy.
That your head is going to explode.
Perfect.
And I'm also going to give you some ghosts. So we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that.
This club has everything.
Exactly. So if you haven't already guessed, just based on that beautiful description, we're going to be talking about Leap Castle.
Oh, nice.
Yes, this one has been on my list for quite some time.
Me too.
Now.
It's like one I always come across.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? It's 2026. Now's the time. Dive right in, baby.
It's never been more the time.
Exactly. So my sources were lepcastle.com, thelittlehouseofhorrors.com, hauntedrooms.co.uk, spiritedisle.ie, and Wikipedia. And lepcastle.com was obviously that was a good one.
The biggest one.
Yeah. Okay, so Leap Castle is located in Offaly County in Ireland. So there is a lot of varying accounts on exactly when the castle was built, because this was a long time ago. And when things are that long ago, you don't really know the exact date.
Sometimes we're doing some guessing.
Yeah. So
some approximating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You get it. So according to lepcastle.net, the castle was believed to have been built in the early 1500s, but then every other source that I was reading said it was built specifically in the year 1250.
Okay.
So, pretty big range there. But I looked more into that, and I basically gathered that a small structure on the land had been built around 1250.
Okay. Yeah. So the first iteration of it, and then it's been built upon.
Exactly.
Or expanded in the 1500s.
Yeah. So the main part of the castle was constructed in the 1500s.
Got it.
But like I said, we don't know 100% because that was so long ago.
They didn't have pictures or timestamps.
No timestamps.
No.
We have alleged pictures.
No Snapchat memories.
No, unfortunately. No Be Real.
No Be Real.
No Instagram. Yeah. Very unfortunate circumstances, especially for me. I need
absolutely.
that.
You need them.
Yeah. But what we do know, also kind of alleged, but what we basically know is that it was built by the O'Bannon clan.
Okay.
So the land that the castle was built on was originally called Lame E Wanon, which in English translates to the Leap of the O'Bannons. However, another thing I learned while researching this was that the word leap, as we know in America,
to
jump, in Ireland is pronounced as lep, but it's spelt as leap.
Okay.
So it's spelt LEAP.
Just pronounced differently.
But it's pronounced lep.
Got it.
So hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Okay. Now let's get into some family drama. because we all love that after the holidays.
Drop it. Everyone's ready for it.
Exactly. So right off rip with this family, the O'Bannons, we have a brothers' quarrel. The two O'Bannon brothers, they were in a succession dispute. So they're fighting for basically who becomes like the main man of the castle, who has all the power. So they're like, okay, I want to be the fucking main man. And the other one's like, I want to be the main man. How are we going to figure this out? Because we both want to rule. Like, what are we going to do? So guess what these guys decided to do? They are going to leap or lep off of a cliff at the same time.
God, I love men.
And whoever survives and doesn't die is the new ruler.
Okay, yeah, sure. Why not?
I also heard there was one source that said like their people were going to leap off of this cliff and whoever had more of the people alive was the ruler. But most of the things I saw said it was these two guys.
Okay.
Yeah, because allegedly the only way that they could figure out who was going to be in power is if one of them is dead. You know what I mean?
It's like the 100.
Your favorite show.
My favorite show.
I know. So the men leaped from the cliff or leapt from the cliff. And that's why it is called Lep Castle.
Got it.
I also tried to find like which brother won, but that information does not exist.
They didn't even keep score?
I don't even know the names of the brothers, unfortunately.
I'm just going to say the hotter one won.
100%. Absolutely. The Uggos gotta go. So now, fast forward to sometime in the 1500s, the O'Carroll clan rolls into the area. And they are way more powerful, way more violent, maybe way hotter, I don't know, than the O'Bannons. And they say, we like your castle. You gotta go. And they take over the castle.
Damn. Get it, Carols.
That's right. So John O'Carroll, he was the first prince of Ely, and he was known to be the one who helped construct a lot of the castle that you see today. So like the main part of the castle, he kind of built it up. But then he died of the plague, as one does. So then his son Mulroney took over, and he ruled for the next 42 years until he died in 1532. Sorry, there's going to be a lot of names that I'm going to throw at you right now. Then his son, Fargunanim, he took over.
Okay.
And Fargunanim was even more ruthless and freakier than his father and grandfather were. So he was rumored to have murdered a guest he had over for dinner, like smack dab right there at the dinner table.
Oh, it's giving Game of Thrones.
Yeah, he was just like, you want to come over for dinner? And the guy's like, yeah, sure. And then he murders him. And then his like main servant, Fargunenheim's main servant, he takes his servant, the guy he killed, and he kills him.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Double homicide.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah. Then in 1541, Fargunenim was murdered by the O'Malloy clan. And he was succeeded by one of his sons named Teague. And Teague's nickname was the One-Eyed.
Oh. Okay,
So I'm assuming he had one eye.
Yeah.
I don't fully know.
Imagine he had both of his eyes.
He might have. And
He just went like this a lot.
he just liked that nickname. He was like, what do you want to be called? The One-Eyed.
He just winked a lot.
Maybe. Yeah.
Or just had a lazy one.
Oh,
Literally
maybe he had a
anything.
lazy eye.
Yeah.
That's true. Then there was also William, and his nickname was the Pale.
William the Pale.
So we have Teague the One-Eyed and William the Pale.
We just had a guy with a lazy eye and someone with an iron deficiency.
I get it. Okay.
You're like, same.
Same brother. And then his other two sons were named, and I'm going to butcher these names, but Malruin Udth and Euanthne. And they did not have nicknames. So
Irish names are some of the most beautiful names that are so hard to read.
yeah.
Like, for real. They're so hard to read. Whenever I'll read an Irish name and be like, I have no idea what's going on.
These are
here.
our people too.
I know. And then I'll hear an Irish person say it and be like, it's a work of art.
And it feels like it feels like you're like, oh, that makes sense. But then you can't even replicate it.
I would have never thought to pronounce those letters that way. Yeah.
Yeah. Like even Fargunanim, I had to like look up the pronunciation for.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, these other two brothers, I couldn't find pronunciations for. So I just had to work with what I had.
Yeah.
And why didn't they have nicknames? Why couldn't they have been the one-eyed or the pale? I don't know.
Because then you could have just gone with the nicknames.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. So now try to stay with me.
Okay, I'm trying. I'm really trying.
I'm gonna do more names, and some people have the same names, but they're different people.
I'm 2 pie martinis deep.
I know, but things
are happening.
We're just gonna keep going. Okay, so try to stay with me, everybody. Okay, so Teague, the one-eyed.
Yes,
he was basically the one that was gonna take over after his father Fargunanim was murdered.
Okay.
So he was all set to take over. But then he was murdered by his uncle or his cousin, we don't really know, Charles O'Carroll.
Got it.
He murdered him. And then Teague's brother, William the Pale, murders Charles O'Carroll, the uncle or cousin.
Okay.
Because he's like, you murdered my brother, fuck you. So he murders him back.
Okay.
Then William the Pale was murdered in 1581 by some other people that I think were related to him called the O'Connors.
Okay.
So all these family members are just murdering each other.
Yeah, because they all want like the top seat.
Like this,
it really is Game of Thrones.
If you thought your family drama over the holidays was bad, look at this.
Is this making you feel better? At least nobody was murdered.
True.
I hope.
We really hope.
Otherwise, sorry about that.
Otherwise. So, okay. Now we have both Teague and William, the Pale and the One-Eyed, that were both murdered. They had a bunch of sons that they were succeeded by. But William's son, John, was murdered by Teague's son, Mulroney. And then Mulroney was murdered by William's other son, Charles. And then Charles became the prince and was knighted in 1586.
Okay, well, I guess it worked.
Eventually, someone became the prince.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a outlast than outwit type situation.
There was a lot happening here.
Yeah, just like let everybody else do the murder, and then you just are like, hey, it's me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's like the Hunger Games. Like if you let them all kill each other, then you only have to kill one person.
Exactly. And like Charles, you were pretty far down the line, but now look where you are now. You're being knighted. You're the prince.
Good work, buddy.
But then in 1600,
okay,
Charles is murdered in retaliation after he killed 150 of his own men because he's a bad person.
Well, it sounds like he kind of deserved that.
No,
one.
he absolutely. These are bad people, by the way. If
you
didn't guess already,
be killing.
These are like the most evil people alive.
What do they say? Well, it's just live by the sword, die by the sword.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Yeah. So then in 1629, John O'Carroll, a different John, we have a lot of Johns, he was the nephew of Charles. He became the ruler, the official ruler and owner of Leap Estate until Nope, that doesn't make sense. 1629 to 1949.
That's too long.
I don't know the date. Maybe 1649. We're just going to go with that. When Leap Castle was given to the Darbys, a whole nother clan, because one of the O'Carroll daughters married a Darby, and he got the castle basically like as a dowry for marrying her.
Jiminy Cricket.
Yeah, there's a lot. This history is crazy.
I'm honestly in shock right now.
Okay, let's continue this. So, the first person to take over power from the Darby clan was named, can you guess?
Darby?
John
Darby?
John Darby, another John. Different clan, another John. John, he had hid a bunch of treasures around the castle grounds during the English Civil War. And in order to make sure that his treasure stayed hidden, he killed the 2 men that helped him bury it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
Because 2 can keep a secret when one of them is dead.
Gossip Girl.
You're close.
What is it?
What is it? With A? Pretty Little Liars.
Oh.
That's the one.
Those seem like the same show to me.
It's not.
I did not realize that those are different shows.
Well, now you know. You learn something new every day.
It's a beautiful, beautiful day to be alive, everybody.
Welcome to 2026.
For real.
Okay, so John, he ended up being imprisoned for a minute because
The prince?
John is John Darby, the one who took over, the first person that took over from the Darby clan.
Yeah, so would he not be the new
Oh
prince?
yeah, I guess he would be the new prince. Yeah. But he was imprisoned because he did some like embezzlement situation.
Just a little embezzlement.
Just a little bit. But he was only in prison for like a little bit. So then when he was released, he comes out and he's like, fuck, like they changed stuff on the grounds and now he couldn't find his treasure or remember where he buried it, and he killed the two people that knew. So now he's screwed.
That's me when I put something somewhere really, really obscure and I'm like, I'm going to remember where this is because I put it somewhere so weird.
And you never remember.
And that's why I can't find my car title right now.
Well, we need to fix that.
Not ideal.
Not
I'll tell
great.
you that much.
So to this day, allegedly, John Darby's treasure is buried somewhere on the property, but nobody has ever been able to figure out where. Okay. Now to finish off like the main history here, the Darbys owned Leap Castle until now, 1922, actually the 1900s officially. But then in 1922, it like burned down in this insane uprising.
What was it made out of? Not stone?
Probably wood.
I just assume castles are made out of stone.
I think it was
guess.
made out of wood, if I
Okay.
remember correctly. I'm going to go wood
Okay.
on this one because it burned down, so it has to be wood.
It has to be.
Yeah. And then it was purchased in 1974 by a man named Peter Bartlett, and it's now owned by a family called the Ryans, and they're kind of the ones that like restored a lot of what had burned down.
Okay.
Okay. Now that you have that wonderful backstory.
That was a lot. This is coming from the girl who said, I don't like history class. I didn't pay attention.
I like history now.
Well, hey, listen, I love that growth for you.
Thank you.
You smart little cutie.
And I think history is fun when I can tell it in a silly way.
Yes.
You
And
know?
you get to like look at it. You get to research it yourself instead of like some
And it's
boring,
like a reality TV show.
basically.
so it's like
that
kind
was
of-
crazy. That was literally like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, like it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You know? Okay. So now we're going to get into some of the hauntings of Leap Castle because obviously it's fucking haunted. Like, why else would I be here telling you about it? And also, did you not just hear me tell you about how many people were murdered? That's crazy. So the first place in the castle that we're going to talk about a little bit is the most infamous room, and that's called the Bloody Chapel.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. So this location is known to have a spirit of a priest because it's a chapel. And the priest is said to be Thaddeus O'Carroll. So one of the O'Carroll clan members who kind of crazy that there was a priest in that family because they were so evil.
Yeah, they were killing like crazy.
They could not stop killing,
They
actually.
could not stop
Yeah.
stabbing.
They couldn't. And are you ready for this? I'm going to tell you a little bit more about the O'Carrolls
course.
right now, and it's even crazier. So as the legend goes, in 1532, Thaddeus was feuding with his brother Teague,
Mm-hmm.
a different Teague than
Oh.
all the other Teagues that we were
Okay.
talking about.
A new Teague.
I think Teague is a family name.
Must be.
Yeah. And they were obviously fighting because both brothers wanted to be the ruler at some point, a tale as old as time. Well, one day, Thaddeus is performing a mass in the upper hall of the castle, and Teague enters the hall in a rage, and he puts a sword straight into his brother's back mid-sermon.
Whoa, didn't even try to hide it.
And this is in front of all of his family and friends. And he kills him.
Okay, bro.
So Thaddeus' spirit is seen inside the chapel and wandering around the stairwells. And from outside the building, literally since the Darbys took over, like way, way, way back in the day, and still after it like partially burnt down and the castle was completely unoccupied for a few years, there have been many reports and sightings of a light being turned on inside the chapel. And this is before light bulbs even existed.
Oh, okay.
So people would be like walking by, driving by in their carriages, and then now driving by in their cars. And they're like, there's a light turned on in the chapel. What's going on in there?
Mm-hmm.
And they think it's the priest.
Good old Thad.
Thaddeus. So there are a lot of other spirits around the castle and the grounds that like aren't traced back to anyone specific because, like I said, a lot of people died here. They were just killing people willy-nilly. And in 1922, construction workers found a secret dungeon with a trap door behind a wall in the Bloody Chapel.
Mm.
And this is called an oubliette. I feel like you would know a lot about medieval times, do you not?
I'm into like, not into, but I know some about like medieval torture, and
Yeah.
I know a lot about like medieval witch trials and stuff like that for sure.
This feels like something you would look up or read about a lot. Yeah.
I've read a lot of books set in that time for sure, but usually historic fiction.
Mm. So these workers, they find this oubliette, and inside of it, they find a ton of skeletons, like kind of perched on top of wooden spikes that were all over this dungeon. And it took 3 cartloads full of human remains to remove them all.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
They killed a lot of people. So basically, what came from this was they figured out that the O'Carrolls would literally murder people and then throw their bodies down this trap door that was like over the oubliette, and those bodies would be pierced by the wooden spikes that filled the entire dungeon.
To make sure they were dead.
Yeah. And sometimes they wouldn't even kill them beforehand. They would throw them down there and just have them die like a gruesome, painful death on the spikes.
There's a lot of spikes back in medieval times.
And then they would just leave them there and never check on them or anything.
Yeah. I mean, everything just smelled. I think people always are like, oh, you could give a medieval child a Dorito and it would kill him. If we took you back to medieval times and you had to just take one whiff of the air,
oh, God.
I think it would kill both of us.
I would rather smell some Doritos.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Obviously, you'd rather
put
smell
my
Doritos.
face in a bag of Doritos. I'm not smelling anybody.
Yeah. But yeah, like, no, because nobody bathed. Everybody had fucking sores and pus, and
that's why they wore the flowers on their lapels, right?
People were not clean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would just dead bodies. They would throw their shit out their windows.
I was gonna say they
stuff.
shit out the hole in the castle a lot of the time. Just sickening.
Yeah.
Yeah. Another time, the O'Carrolls, they hired a bunch of people from another clan called the McMahons, and they hired them to train them in new methods of warfare. And then the O'Carrolls invite the whole clan over to enjoy like a delicious feast as a way to say thank you, like for helping us get this victory over this other clan. But the O'Carrolls during dinner poisoned all of their food and killed them, so they didn't actually have to pay them.
Not just the plot of that show.
I've never seen Game of Thrones.
I haven't either. But I've heard of like the red wedding and the bloody dinner and all that. I swear to God, this has to be based on this.
Maybe it would make sense.
Yeah.
Is Game of Thrones also in Ireland?
I don't. Girl, it's in a made up. It's in Westeros or whatever. It's some.
It's a made up.
Yeah, it's like saying like, is Lord of the Rings in Ireland, in New Zealand? It's like, well, I mean, technically, I think that's where they filmed it, but
I mean, there's a good chance because this is
this crazy. Literally. Once again, I have not seen Game of Thrones. I've seen 2 episodes ever. It's my coma.
I've never seen it.
It's my coma show, so I haven't watched.
That's what you're gonna watch when you're in the coma.
Yeah, when I'm in a coma.
That's what you want to watch? Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm saving it for the coma.
Okay.
So if I'm ever in a coma, because I don't know when, like, nobody knows when to pull the plug when you're in a coma. So it's like, I've never seen Game of Thrones. So if I'm ever in a coma, let me watch 3 episodes of Game of Thrones a day. And then if I don't recover or get better, by the time it's done, you pull the plug.
Oh, like the whole series?
The whole series.
Okay,
yeah.
That's pretty good. I think that's a good. I need to find one of those.
Yeah, you got to get a coma show.
Yeah.
And so I can't watch it now because I'm saving it for my coma.
Right. Like what would you watch in your coma?
Yeah, exactly.
No, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, but it's got to be like a couple seasons long because like to give it like a couple months or whatever.
Yeah, you need time.
Yeah.
To recover.
Well, to give my loved ones time. Oh. And also, who knows, I might wake up.
You might wake up.
Yeah.
What if something so crazy like the bloody dinner happens?
And
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
I might just need a little bit of drama.
I think you might.
Or like a crazy sex scene and I have one eye open and pretending I'm asleep.
Well, don't everyone like fuck their own siblings in that show?
A lot of incest. That's why I think coma me might like it better than real life me.
I think so.
Because coma me could maybe just pretend that's not happening.
Or coma you would wake up in disgust.
That.
Yeah.
I am a prude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now we know.
I am a prude. I am a kink shamer. And I'm ready to, and I might be ready to wake up for that.
Okay. I need to really workshop one of these for me.
You got to think about your coma show, everybody.
I mean, maybe Game of Thrones.
Maybe Game of Thrones. You could share it. And then here's the thing. They just came out with a new iteration of it.
Oh, so we have even more time.
Yeah. So I'm like, well, yeah, no, I have to see the prequels or whatever the fuck.
Okay, great.
You know what I mean?
I love this for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
And then it'll be fun for everyone who comes to visit me.
Yeah, because we're gonna watch it together.
Yeah, they get to watch. Oh, like, yeah, you have to come visit Cassidy. We're on like season 2. We're at the finale of season 2. You want to see this.
Yeah, we're doing like a watch party.
Yeah, basically. So
Yeah.
people want to come visit me.
Yeah.
It'll be a whole thing.
Right, because they wouldn't want to otherwise.
No, I'd be in a coma. I'd be boring as fuck. I'd just be a blob laying there.
All right, well.
Disappointing them because I'm not fluttering my eyes or shaking their hand or whatever.
Yeah, until you see something insane on this TV screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so.
They poison everyone.
They poison everyone, and I'm assuming they throw them in the dungeon and have them die on spikes and forget about them. So there are hundreds and hundreds of people that were brutally murdered inside the castle. So, like, obviously there's going to be tons of spirits and shit roaming around.
Totally.
Probably confused and like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Like, it's a little crowded in here.
But there is another like spirit that is said to be very evil that haunts these grounds. And once again, I don't know. It could be one of these people that were brutally murdered, or it could be what everyone claims that it is. And this spirit is known.
Demon.
It's known as the elemental.
I like this already.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm into, but I like it. It's reminding me of that book series that I like.
What's it called?
The Ninth House.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got to listen to that one. But the elemental is basically an evil spirit that was never a human. It's more like something that might have been manifested from all the negative energy inside of the place.
Got it.
It kind of like, what are those things called that we talked about? Tulpas? Like something that was formed just because people were like believing in all the negative energy.
Yeah.
And it's also believed that one of the Darbys, named Mildred Darby, she was married into the fam. She was dabbling in some black magic back in the day, and she was holding some seances inside the castle.
Okay.
So people think maybe she might have brought the elemental here.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So she is quoted in an article from 1909 saying, "I was standing in the gallery looking down at the main floor when I felt somebody put a hand on my shoulder. The thing was the size of a sheep, thin, gaunting, shadowy. Its face was human. To be more accurate, inhuman.
Oh.
Its lust in its eyes, which seemed half decomposed in black cavities, stared into my mind. The horrible smell, 100 times intensified, came up into my face, giving me a deadly nausea. It was the smell of a decomposing corpse."
Sick.
There were a few other like recorded accounts of people claiming that they had encountered the elemental, but the final recorded account that I could find personally was in 2006 when 2 people were walking in like a dark corridor and they suddenly became overwhelmed with the smell of sulfur because obviously whatever this thing is, it smells like shit.
Yeah.
And when they looked up into one of the rooms, they saw what they described as a beast staring back at them.
I need you to watch The Magicians so bad.
The Magicians, The 100, now Game of Thrones. I don't even know. I have so many things.
I don't need you to watch Game of Thrones at all. Don't care
That's
about
for
that
the coma.
show. That's a coma show.
Yeah.
That's a coma show, unfortunately, people. The 100 or The 100.
The Magicians.
I think you'd like The Magicians better.
I love magic and I love magicians.
The Magicians is so good. Everyone's also super hot in that show.
I do like that.
I actually am trying to get my friend Liz to watch The Magicians right now. So I started rewatching it and I got like 3 episodes in and I was like, fuck, I forgot how good this show is.
Okay,
It's
you
so
know what?
fucking good.
I'm going to watch when Sam goes to bed. I'm going to watch the first 2 episodes.
Of The Magicians?
Yeah, tonight. Okay, deal.
Okay, let me know what you think.
I will. So they see this beast staring back at them. And then one, like the other friend, goes over to the door and closes it and turns and says, "To let sleeping dogs lie."
Oh, yeah.
And then
she
they
said, you see it? No, you don't. You hear it? No, you don't.
That's none of my business.
Go to bed.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And they exited the castle and they said, "Not for me, not tonight."
That's some Appalachian rule right there.
Exactly. And sometimes you gotta.
Sometimes you gotta.
Another very popular spirit or spirits are those of 2 young girls named Emily and Charlotte. They were allegedly sisters, but it's unsure if they were part of the O'Carroll clan or the Darby clan. Once again, because that's so long ago. But Emily is believed to be around 11 or 12 years old, and she died after falling from the castle battlements. So the battlements are kind of like the walkway on top of the castle.
Yeah.
And she was playing up there one day and she fell over the wall to her death. And people claim to see her falling from atop of the
Ugh.
castle, but then disappearing right before she hits the ground.
Yeah.
Charlotte is believed to be around 6 years old, and she was actually born with a deformed leg. So that's how people know it's her. And Emily and Charlotte are often seen playing together in front of the entrance to the castle.
Oh, good
and
for
they're just
them.
having fun.
Little cuties.
Yeah. And there are other spirits kind of like haunting the grounds that people often talk about. There's the Red Lady, who is a tall woman in a red dress, and she is seen carrying a dagger in her hand, raised up in a menacing manner, as lepcastle.net describes her.
I love her.
So I feel like I wouldn't want to encounter her personally.
I don't know what happened to her, but I support her in whatever her dagger wielding future is.
You know what? I'm sure a man did something to her.
Yeah.
So that's all I need to know.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the governess. She's mostly seen with Emily and Charlotte, kind of like watching over them, like she's maybe their nanny. And then there's an old man that is seen sitting peacefully by the fire in the main hall.
Damn,
And
they've got
he's-
like a whole host over there.
Yeah.
Full house.
Full house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not to mention all the elemental and all the other fucking
The
people.
elemental is very interesting to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing with the elemental is I'm like, it could literally be anything. Like it could be one of these people that were murdered and they're just wreaking havoc and trying to get revenge. Or it could be a tulpa.
Well, I want to go there.
I know, me too. And since 1991, a man named Sean Ryan and his wife Anne, they have been the private residents at Lep Castle, and they still own it today.
Wow.
They have restored a lot of the main building in which they currently live in,
Oh, I love that.
and it's open for tours.
I love that. If you're going to live in like a building like that, I feel like you should be somebody who's like loves it and is dedicated to restoring it and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think that's great.
Yeah.
Good for you guys.
So that is Lep Castle, not to be confused with Leap Castle, because that's not how you say it.
It's not how you say it.
That's how I did think you said it.
Uncultured swine.
Yeah. And honestly, a lot of the most interesting part of that is the crazy history of the family
Of
members.
just murder and
Yeah.
betrayal and family
drama.
drama.
Yeah.
Jeez Louise. Well, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah. Thank you for
I
listening.
definitely want to go. As you know, Ireland is like top of my list.
Girl, I wanted so badly to go to a haunted castle when I went to Ireland with my family, but I just felt like nobody
Would get it like
Yeah.
you do. Yeah.
and it's like I couldn't fully have that experience that I would have
Yeah.
wanted to have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Well, that's why we'll go next time.
Yes, we will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, how about we run this out with a listener story?
Let's do that.
So this is from Rin.
Hi, Rin.
And Rin named this When Squirrels Attack.
Perfect. I love squirrels.
Hey, ladies. First of all, I just want to say a massive thank you for this podcast. I've been listening since 2022, and you guys have kept me company through so much, including an absolutely hellish first year as a teacher. Lately, I've been listening to you on my hour-and-a-half long commute to my university, and you guys make the drive feel like 15 minutes.
Well, we're glad to hear that because an hour and a half is long.
Recently, I was listening to Bird Squirrel Alliance, and it brought back a memory from 2016 involving some demonic squirrels, salt and vinegar chips, and a heroic nurse.
Wow.
I knew I had to tell you right away.
I'm ready.
So let me set the scene for you. I was recovering from a really intense, but still successful kidney surgery at Stanford. I was restless, but I wasn't allowed to walk very far. So I had my mom help me into a wheelchair so that I could go out into one of the courtyards and enjoy the sun like a sickly child from the 1800s.
Nice.
One thing you should know about Stanford and the surrounding area is that the squirrels are built very differently there. They are about twice the size of your average squirrel. They have pitch black fur, and they have sworn a blood oath to Satan. Because they live in an urban area environment, and they are not scared of humans, and they are quite assertive.
Okay, assertive squirrels are so scary.
No, the worst. Like golf course squirrels
Yeah.
are the worst.
They don't give a fuck.
They will get into your bag, and you'll be like, "Get off!" And they'll look at you and be like, "Who are you?"
Yeah, they're like, "Are you gonna come?
Yeah.
Are you
what
gonna
are
come touch me?"
Because I doubt it.
Yeah.
Of course, I was not aware of this before this day in August of 2016. So Mom wheels me down to the courtyard while I'm still hooked up to my IV pole, and we find a very nice sunny spot to have some lunch. Mom had just paid a visit to the hospital cafeteria and picked up a bag of salt and vinegar chips for herself.
Those are so good.
I can't stand them, but they make her happy. That's Rin, not me. I love them.
I love them.
We're sitting there for a little while. I'm getting my first dose of natural vitamin D since going under my surgery, and things are going great. The birds are singing, the flowers are blooming, the air is warm, and these cute little squirrels are playing all around a tree. Aww. Then one of them sees, and probably smells, my mom's bag of potato chips and skitters down from the tree. Even though I told her it was a bad idea, she started feeding the salt and vinegar chips to the squirrel. That's a terrible idea.
Absolutely.
And then his friend joins him, and my mom gives them more chips. And then when the chips are gone, Mom got a call and stepped into a nearby building to answer it. That's all fine and good. I'm getting my sunlight. I'm enjoying myself. It's great. Or it was great. Until I realized she left the empty bag of chips on my lap.
Oh.
And the squirrels wanted more.
Literally when squirrels attack.
They're staring me down with their beady little eyes, and one of them starts inching closer to me. I pick up the bag and show him that it's empty. He's not having it. It's like a standoff in a Western movie. We're both staring at each other, waiting for the other to make the first move. I was convinced this thing was going to jump into my lap. The squirrel moves ever so slightly, and I decide I'm not taking any chances. I grab my IV pole and start wheeling myself down the little ramp and towards the doors.
Not with the IV.
The squirrels are pursuing me.
Oh no.
I'm just trying to get to the garbage can so I can throw away this chip bag and get them to leave me alone. But the ground is rough and the wheelchair was not moving quickly. Now, about this time, one of my nurses happened to be passing by. She looks out the glass door just in time to see the 14-year-old girl in a wheelchair fending off two large black squirrels with an IV pole that still has saline and antibiotics dangling from it. She quickly opens the door and scares off the squirrels, just as my happy and very oblivious mother comes walking around the corner with another bag of salt and vinegar chips.
Mom!
I was livid. Those demons almost attacked me, and she was going to bring them more food.
Listen, I also get like that with salt and vinegar chips, so I get it.
Me too. I am the demon squirrel in that scenario. Needless to say, we didn't eat lunch outside for the rest of my stay at Stanford. We did see more squirrels, though, but we kept our distance. Mom still enjoys her salt and vinegar chips, but she does not feed them to any wildlife. The next time I was in the Bay Area, I brought that nurse some flowers. Thank you so much for reading my story. Let me know if you want to hear some of my spookier stories, like my encounter with an angel, the time I may have seen Victor Hugo's ghost in Paris, or the creepy whistling ghost that haunted my grandparents' house for a short time. Also, if you find yourself in Northern California, be sure to reach out and I can point you towards some really haunted buildings from the Gold Rush that I'm sure you'll love. Keeping my front door locked and my mind open, Rin.
Rin, we want all those stories.
Absolutely want all of them, because that was super funny.
That was really funny. I also want like a picture of these squirrels.
Let me see if I can Google.
Like, I want to know what we're working with here.
Wow, the first thing that comes up is black squirrels at Stanford.
Oh my gosh. They're known.
Oh, yeah, they are black.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that one looks big right there.
I didn't know squirrels could be black.
Me either. They're really pretty. Except, well, that one, look at this one. Oh. That one's like, you fucking touch my nut.
I dare you.
I dare you.
I dare you.
Touch my nut.
Wow, you can literally, I love Stanford squirrels. You can buy a sticker.
Oh my God. So they're known. These squirrels are famous.
Girl, when I typed in black squirrels, the first thing that it like auto-populated to at Stanford. These are well known.
Famous squirrels.
These are famously bullying squirrels.
Wow. That one looks a little scary right there.
This one?
No, that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's leaping.
It is.
Wow, thank you for introducing us to this brand new squirrel, Rin.
I'm scared, but I also love them.
I'm glad your kidney surgery went well.
Yes.
And yes, we absolutely want your other spooky stories.
We do.
Please. And if you have a story to send in to us, you can do that at dtkpod.com/contact. You can also just email us directly at drinkthekoolaidpod@gmail.com. And if you're on Patreon, you can send it through the Patreon DMs and you get bumped up a little bit in the order.
That's right.
Yes. So thank you guys so much for listening. We hope you had a great new year and a happy holiday. We're looking forward to spending 2026 with you. But most importantly, Make sure you keep that front door locked.
Make sure you keep your mind open.
And keep drinking the Kool-Aid.